Hello, friends. A warm welcome once again to the RS podcast of Anaga Academy. I am your host and friend. Today, we are going to talk about a pressing issue that has, in some way or another, left a deep sting in all our hearts, especially for the millions of young people who have toiled day and night to fulfill their dreams. Today's topic is paper leak and the growing threat of dummy candidates. Friends, I know that every RS aspirant among you must have felt this challenge very closely. Remember those nights when you used to be engrossed in books for hours, those hopes that your parents had pinned on you, and then suddenly news breaks the paper has leaked, or even worse, a dummy candidate was caught in the exam. These are not just headlines, my friends. It's the shattering of millions of hardworking children's aspirations, a breakdown of trust in our entire system. And think about it, as an administrative officer, understanding this pain and curbing it will be our greatest responsibility. So, do these questions also echo in your mind? Why is this happening repeatedly? Who are these people leaking papers and fielding dummy candidates, infiltrating our system? Has Rajasthan enacted any strict laws to counter this, giving us hope? And the biggest question is, can we truly ever get rid of this problem completely, or will it continue to jeopardize our future like this? If these questions also resonate in your mind and you want concrete answers, a deep analysis, then friends, you are in the right place. Join Anaga Academy's RAS podcast. We don't just provide information here, we delve deep into the root of every problem, analyze it, and introduce you to solutions that will not only prepare you for your RS interview but also give a new and positive dimension to your thinking as a responsible citizen and future officer. So get ready, because today we will openly discuss every aspect of paper leaks and dummy candidates with the latest updates, and yes, with special reference to Rajasthan. So let's not waste any more time, friends, and dive deep into our serious topic for today, that is paper leak and dummy candidates. Friends, when we say paper leak, it directly means that question paper for any government or competitive examination gets into the hands of unauthorized individuals before the scheduled exam time. This is not just a minor glitch, it's a major criminal act that hollows out the very foundation of our entire education and recruitment system from within. And then comes the case of dummy candidates. This means that in place of a genuine eligible aspirant, another cunning individual, often for a hefty sum, sits for the examination. These individuals are often part of those organized gangs that orchestrate the entire fraud. What are the main reasons behind this? The biggest and most unfortunate aspect is corruption and the active involvement of organized gangs. In the entire process, from printing the question paper to delivering it to the examination center, some greedy officials or employees conspire with these large gangs to commit this crime. The use of dummy candidates is also carried out in a planned manner by these very gangs. Our technical vulnerability also become a major reason. Sometimes servers are hacked or data is stolen or there is some laxity in security protocols which these criminals exploit. Humans' error negligence is also not any less responsible. Any carelessness in the storage, transportation, or security of papers at examination centers become a major cause. If there is even a slight oversight in identity verification at the examination center, dummy candidates can easily infiltrate. And yes, previously we did not have such strict laws for this crime, which might have made criminals less fearful. Finally, financial allure is a very big factor. The desire to get rich overnight or the attempt to illegally get someone a job for money promotes this crime. Dummy candidates are also often paid large sums for this work. Then, what are the impacts of all this? The first and biggest blow, friends, is to the morale of the aspirants. Children who work hard honestly, who dedicated themselves day and night, see their dreams shattered in an instant. They become filled with despair and frustration. This is a loss greater than any other. There is a growing distrust in the entire system. The public, especially youth, loses faith in the government and recruitment agencies. It leads to brain drain from our state. When eligible students see such frauds in their own state, they are forced to migrate to other states or the private sector in search of opportunities. It also causes significant economic loss. Concealed exams Cancelled exams results in crores of rupees in losses for the government, and aspirants also bear financial and mental burdens from application fees, travel, etc. etc. And sometimes the growing discontent among the youth can even take the form of social instability. Now let's talk about the recent context of Rajasthan, which is very important for all of us. Friends, in recent years, Rajasthan has faced several major cases of paper leaks and dummy candidates, which have truly left the future of millions of young people hanging in the balance. The most prominent and recent case, which is still a hot topic, is the unmasking of the Sub Inspector Recruitment Exam 2021 scam. Just recently, our SOG exposed a large scale paper leak and the use of dummy candidates in the 2021 Sub Inspector Recruitment Exam. And the most shocking part, friends, is that the name of former RPSC member has come up in this case, who is directly accused of orchestrating the paper leak and facilitating fraud through dummy candidates. The SOG has apprehended more than 53 trainee sub-inspectors from the Rajasthan Police Academy who are suspected to be involved in this leak and dummy candidates racket. These incidents tell us how deeply rooted paper leaks and dummy candidates network can be, and how these organized gangs are infiltrating even our most trusted systems. Even before this, cases of paper leaks and dummy candidates has surfaced in several important exams like REET, senior teacher recruitment and constable recruitment, which had shaken the entire state. All these incidents were so serious that they compelled our state governments to take very strict and decisive steps on the issue, resulting in new law and policies. What is the situation at the national level? Friends, this problem is not limited to Rajasthan. Such incidents have also come to light in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, and several other states across the country where often conveyance of both paper leaks and dummy candidates is involved. But the good news is that the central government is also now very serious about this problem. The result of this seriousness is the Public Examination Act 2024, which has recently been passed by Parliament, and most importantly, its provisions have been implemented from June 21, 2024. This law will provide a strong legal framework to combat this crime across the country, and we hope it will prove to be a major game changer. Friends, the problem of paper leaks and dummy candidates is not one sided, it's very complex. To solve it, we also need to adopt a multifaceted strategy, meaning a strategy formed by combining efforts from many directions. Then, what are the major challenges standing before us? The biggest challenge is the nature as an organized crime. This is not just an individual's act, it's a complex, well planned crime carried out by large organized gangs. The case involving an RPSC member in the sub inspector matter is proof of how influential these gangs can be and how they operate in an entire network of dummy candidates alongside paper leaks. Our technical vulnerabilities are also a big problem, which these criminals exploit, whether it's an online leak or a breach in biometric system. And most tragically, The human greed and lack of ethics of some individuals are at the root of this problem. Gathering evidence in these cases is often very difficult. Catching dummy candidates red handed is also no less a challenge. Delays in investigation and prosecution in the legal process are also a major challenge, which prevents criminals from being immediately punished and others from learning a lesson. So, what are the solutions then? What should we do? First and foremost, we must have a strong legal framework, and the effective enforcement of those laws without any leniency is very crucial. We must prioritize technological security, such as we need to use advanced technologies like digital locking and encryption to securely store and transfer question papers, using artificial intelligence and machine learning to detect any unusual activity in exam patterns and identify suspicious behavior, making jammers and biometric verification mandatory at examination centers to prevent dummy candidates and curb cheating, implementing an one-time password-based system to control the time and place of paper opening. And friends, agencies like RSMSSB are also considering tablet-based tests which would completely eliminate the risk of physical paper leaks. We need to implement procedural reforms also, such as the entire process of question paper creation and printing must be kept highly confidential, and the people involved should be regularly rotated, providing for dual control and monitoring during the transportation and storage of question papers, establishing a transparent and swift grievance redressal mechanism to quickly hear and act upon aspirants' complaints without delay. Strict surveillance at examination centers, including CCTV cameras, videography, and effective deployment of flying squads, multi level verification of identity cards and admit cards should be done. We must emphasize ethics and accountability, promoting a sense of ethics among all personnel involved in recruitment agencies and fixing accountability at every level is extremely important. We must empower our investigating agencies, forming special investigations until and providing them with modern equipment and advanced training. And yes, we must provide full security and encouragement to whistleblowers so they can speak the truth without fear. Friends, it's a positive sign that both our central and state governments are continuously striving to tackle problems like paper leaks and dummy candidates. Let's look at their major initiatives. First, central government initiatives. The Public Examination Act 2024. Friends, this is a very historic and important law enacted to prevent paper leaks, cheating, and the use of any unfair means across the country. And as I mentioned, this law has been implemented across the country from June 21 to 2024. What are the main provisions of it? It includes rigorous penalties such as the imprisonment of up to 10 years and a hefty fine of up to 1 crore rupees for organized crimes. Additionally, there are strict provisions for service providers, including heavy fines and attachment of their property. The best part is that it also considers the use of dummy candidates as an unfair means and will take action on that as well. This law will apply to all central recruitment examinations like UPSC, SSC, railways, banking, and exams conducted by NTA. Furthermore, under the Digital India initiative, the central government is promoting digitalization to make examination processes more secure and transparent. The National Cybercrime Coordination Center also actively works covering cases of online paper leaks. Now let's talk about the Rajasthan government's initiative with recent updates. Rajasthan Public Examination Act 2022. Friends, this law is considered the strictest and most effective law enacted to prevent paper leaks and fraud like dummy candidates in Rajasthan. And a significant addition to this is that in July 2023 an amendment was also added to include a provision for life imprisonment, which is even stricter than the central law. Its main provisions, it provides for imprisonment of up to 10 years, which can extend to life imprisonment for culprits involved in paper leaks or the use of dummy candidates, a fine of up to 10 crore rupees, confiscation of their property, and debarment from any examination for 3 years. Under this law, special emphasis has also been placed on increasing security at examination centers, implementing biometric attendance, and using jammers. Special investigation teams and SOG activism. Rajasthan police and SOG are now highly active in investigating cases of paper leaks and dummy candidates. Recently, in major cases like the sub inspector recruitment exam leak, the SOG's biggest success include the arrest of several prominent names, including the former RPSC member, and the exposure of various gangs. Several effective actions have also been taken in areas like Jalore, Sikar, and Jodhpur. Reforms in recruitment processes. RPSC and RSMSSB have implemented several internal reforms to enhance transparency and security in their examination processes. These include confidential printing of question papers, encrypted question papers, and even stricter surveillance at examination centers than before. To prevent dummy candidates, matching of admit cards with original ID proofs, biometric attendance, and often facial recognition are also being used. RPSC has also introduced the concept of a fifth option to ensure no OMR sheet is left blank, minimizing the scope of tampering. And last is clear directive from the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister has given clear instruction to all officials to maintain special surveillance on suspicious examination centers and coaching institute and to take the strictest legal action if found guilty. Helpline numbers have also been issued for this purpose so that any citizen can provide information. Friends, now we come to the part that you RAS aspirants might be eagerly waiting for. Some very important and potential questions related to paper leaks and the dummy candidates issue in the RAS interview. And these are the kinds of questions that can be directly asked of you. So first question is, how do you view the problem of paper leaks and dummy candidates as an administrative officer? What are its profound social and economic impacts on our society and economy? Second is, what is your comment on the recent revelations of paper leaks and dummy candidates in the sub-inspector recruitment exam in Rajasthan and the involvement of an RPSC's member's name? What steps, in your opinion, should institutions such as crucial as RPSC take to prevent such incidents? Third question is, what are the main difference between the Public Examination Act 2024 recently introduced by the central government and Rajasthan's own law that is of 2022? Do you believe Rajasthan's law is stricter and more effective on the issue of dummy candidates? Fourth question is, imagine as an RAS officer you are posted in a district and a paper for an important exam leaks there, or a dummy candidate case comes to light. What immediate steps would you take and what would be your priorities in that situation? Fifth is, do you believe that confiscating the property of culprits and debarring them for life from examination is a fair and just measure in paper leak and dummy candidates cases? How effective do you think this step will be, or does it have its limitations? Sixth question is, when incidents of paper leaks or dummy candidates surface, the morale of millions of aspirants is shattered. As an officer, how would you address their declining morale? How can their trust in the system be restored? Seventh question is, in your opinion, what role can technology play in preventing frauds like paper leaks and dummy candidates? And what latest technologies like biometric identification, facial recognition, or tablet based tests would you suggest and why? Eighth question is, how crucial is the role of whistleblowers in preventing paper leak and dummy candidate cases? And as an administration, how would you ensure their safety and confidentiality? Ninth question is, do coaching institutes also bear any ethical or legal accountability when their students are caught in such cases? How do you view this aspect and how can it be regulated? Friends, prepare a balanced, logical, and effective answer framework for these questions. Your answer should not only demonstrate a deep understanding of the problem, but also clearly reflect your foresight, seriousness, and commitment as an administrative officer towards finding solutions. Friends, fighting challenges like paper leak and dummy candidates as and aspiring to become an RAS officer both demand immense courage and dedication. This RAS podcast from Anag Academy doesn't just keep you updated with facts and information, it also instills within you the confidence to face every challenge. We know that in this preparation journey, more than just winning or losing, your consistency, right guidance, and correct mindset truly matters. So, do you also want all your big and small doubts cleared? Do you want your RS interview preparation to be so strong that you can confidently face any panel no matter how tough the question? Do you also want to be a part of Rajasthan's administrative machinery and play a significant role in improving the system? If a yes resonates from your heart, then friend, don't think for another moment. Subscribe to Anag Academy's YouTube channel right now. This is not just a click, friends. This is a big, decisive, and important step towards your success. After subscribing, do press the bell icon too, so you get notification for all our new episodes first. Remember, we are not just creating podcast here. We are becoming your true companion in realizing your dreams and standing by you in every difficulty. And yes, friends, since our Anag Academy channel is an educational channel, if you also have any questions related to today's topic, any doubts, or if you would like us to discuss any other important and topical issue in the next episode, please do let us know in the comment section. Your suggestions and questions are invaluable to us and help us create even better content for you. We carefully read every comment and will try our best to respond to them. So, friends, that's all for today's RS podcast. We hope this episode was extremely useful for you and that your understanding of serious topics like paper leaks and dummy candidates has deepened significantly. In the next episode, we will meet again with a new and important topic. Until then, work hard, stay focused on your goal, and yes, always consider honesty your greatest strength. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Rajasthan.